Well, good morning, everyone. We welcome you to Coffee with the Community, virtually here on our Liberty Public Schools Facebook page. My name is Dallas Ackerman. I'm the Director of Communications here in LPS. And before we introduce our guest and department this month, I just wanted to provide you with a couple of reminders. Number one, if you're watching us live on Facebook, you are free to leave a comment, a question down below in our comment section. Also, we will post this probably later this week on our district's YouTube channel, and you can watch it in its entirety over on that platform as well. Just want to remind everyone that this is actually our next to last Coffee with the Community for the school year, as we have done in recent years. Just with the busyness of spring and spring break, we will be off in March. And then Dr. Tucker will be in here on Thursday, April the 25th, as he will provide an end of the year State of the District update. That will be coming up on Thursday, April the 25th, right here on Facebook Live and YouTube. And actually on the State of the District topic, he has been making his tour around Liberty Public Schools, meeting with all building and staff departments with our staff. And we actually will be concluding that tour coming up later this afternoon over at Discovery Middle School. So again, want to thank you for joining us. Again, this is our audience building portion of the program. I'm the opening act, if you will. I did want to give a couple of special thanks before we throw to an opening video, and that would be, I want to thank Caitlin Brown in our communications office for all of her efforts with making today possible. Also want to give thanks to our LTN crew. Back in the control room today is Darren Whitley, also Jeff Knoll. Darren is at Liberty High School and Jeff is posted at Liberty North High School. Those guys provide us video support throughout the school year, and can't thank them enough. And then just want to give a thank you to all of our presenters this school year. Been another great Coffee with the Community virtual series going back to the fall with Gary Majors and a safety and security update. We heard from Dr. Moore in our Innovation and Learning department. Heard from Dr. Dixon Seahorn last month, and just want to thank all of those for joining us. So this month we are getting a Department of Human Resources update, and we are so glad to be joined this month, and we'll hear from her in just a moment. That being Dr. Sarah Marriott, who is in her first year serving in her position as Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. She also has some teammates that have been so kind to join us, and they'll introduce themselves as well. But what we wanted to do to open this up this morning is I actually had a chance to meet with Dr. Marriott, I think it was back in December, and wanted to highlight some of the amazing staff that work in Liberty Public Schools. Not only highlight them, but also encourage those, and you may be watching out there right now, interested in joining our team in Liberty Public Schools, and we would encourage you to do that. You may have seen this video that opened up our series. I think it was a few weeks ago, maybe last month. His name is Tom Dawkins. He's a longtime support staff member of ours. Currently, he's the custodial manager at Warren Hills Elementary. We're going to throw it to that video, and then when we come back, we'll be joined by Dr. Marriott. So let's go to that video real quick.
I have always been around the cleaning business. I've worked with my parents as a younger man in my teenage years, and then my wife and I got married, and we worked in a cleaning business of our own. Started here in 2003, and then in 2005 I was able to go into Liberty Oaks as the custodial supervisor there, and spent 14 years over there. And then I'm over here now. My younger sister actually started me on the career path. I was in Warrensburg. She lived up here and she was working here, and she said it was an amazing job, best job she's ever had. I applied, and it's been a really nice career. I tell you what, it's just gratifying. I mean, because you come in my department, in cleaning, the custodial department, you come in and you're able to clean, and you know you're a part of the team because it's an aspect of the job that's needed. But at the same time, it's rewarding because the people that you're working for appreciate what you're doing for them. My favorite thing is to interact with the young ones, get to know them, get the high fives, the thank yous, and all the bright smiles, and hey, how you doing, Mr. Tom? And through the hallways. That is what really is exciting to me. I enjoy. And of course, they're kids. They're gonna make mistakes and messes, but that's pretty much job security for me. My personal opportunity is to touch base with them, teach them it's okay to make mistakes, but take the opportunity to take responsibility and clean that up and help others clean their messes up. And you just really don't know the impact you're having. You know, I'm here to do a job, manage the building, take care of making sure everything gets lined out for events and make sure everything's clean. But then in year 2018, that graduating seniors nominated me for a position as an honorary teacher, and I got to go to their graduation class. So that was the ultimate reward because, again, you don't really know how much success you'll have with an individual, but that right there was tangible evidence that all of us touched individuals' lives. The success I have is because we're all part of the same team. Ultimately, you become part of LPS community, and that's just the most rewarding thing you can have right now. We are all united in common goal of serving our community and our young ones and making sure they succeed.
Good morning, and thank you, Dallas, for that very kind introduction. My name is Dr. Sarah Marriott, and I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources for the Liberty Public School District. And as you can see, I have some friends with me today that I wanted to introduce as well. So to my right, I have Ms. Christelle Morgan, who is the Executive Director of the Human Resources Department. Next to her, I have Ms. Tanika Brown, who is the Director of Human Resources for our classified staff members. And then to my left, I have Dr. Leah Copeland, who is the Director of Certificated Staff for Human Resources. So thank you all for joining us, and we thank you for allowing us a few minutes to speak to you guys about our Human Resources team. So we'll jump right into our slides. So I wanted to start with just a quote that I felt really captured the Human Resources Department and the work that we do. And it's from Lawrence Bossidy, and it states that nothing we do is more important than hiring and developing people. At the end of the day, you bet on people and not strategies. And I felt that really captured the work that we do in the Human Resources team, but specifically the work that Liberty Public Schools believes in and practices on a daily basis, that they very much invest in the people, value the people that we have on our teams, and create a sense of community. Even in a large school district, they have managed to create a sense of belonging for all. And so that is something that we have really embraced as a Human Resources team and really want to make sure that we exemplify on a daily basis. So you've met these people. They introduced themselves earlier, but I also wanted to share with you that most of us, well, half of us, are relatively new to the district and our roles. First, I need to thank Mr. D. Rosecrans and Dr. Vogelaar for their service to the district prior to my arrival at Liberty Public Schools. It was such a relief and such a sense of comfort to come into a school district that had a very well-established human resources department. And that maybe isn't always true in every district that you move into. But Dr. Vogelaar and D. Rosecrans had really done exemplary work that had set the stage for our entrance. And because of their work, we are able to do an even better job with our work moving forward than what we could have done previously. So I want to give a shout out and a true thanks to them for their efforts. So as I shared, I'm Sarah Marriott. I am new to the Liberty Public School District, as well as Dr. Leah Copeland. Both of us come from outside the Liberty Public School District and joined LPS on July 1st. Ms. Christelle Morgan is our veteran of the team who has been in the LPS team, on the LPS team and Human Resources Department for 8 years. Is that correct? She's saying 7. She's signaling to me 7. But she's the veteran of our team member and of our team and really guides our work and gives us that good historical background and information that we need. And then Ms. Tanika Brown, who is new to Human Resources, but you may recognize her face as an LPS employee. She previously served as the director of the Kids Zone Department area, and so she transitioned to Human Resources July 1st as well. So we thank you guys for welcoming all of us and being so accommodating to many new faces. I also wanted to introduce you all to the rest of our team who are critical and just really an integral part of the work that we do. And I speak, and I think I speak accurately from the 4 of us, and that without this group of people, we would really struggle with our work, and they make each of our days much better. So we have Ms. Jill Vochaster, who is our HR specialist. She works primarily with our classified staff members, and so our custodians, our maintenance department, food nutrition services, and so forth. She works with those team members. Miss Cindy Rollins, who's an HR specialist who also works with our exempt employees. So primarily our certificated staff members are teachers. Mr. Zach Osmanovich, who is an HR specialist who primarily his work resides on extra duty contracts, so such as coaching contracts and then workers' compensation issues. Ms. Sarah Gustafson, who is also an HR specialist who helps process and work through medical leaves for staff members as well as accommodations for ADA. Ms. Julie Childs, who is an HR specialist who primarily her work resides in the area of employee benefits. We also have Ms. Rebecca Fisher, who's the wellness coordinator for the district, Ms. Kelly Baker, who is our recruiter, and then Ms. Ann Bell and Ms. Julia Chavez-Wilmoth, who are administrative assistants that support our team. So again, I can't emphasize enough or really give enough accolades to this group of people who assist us on a daily basis and work directly with all of our team members in providing great guidance and support. So what does HR do? And one of the pieces that I really wanted to focus on in this presentation today was regarding how do we support our team members. So it goes beyond really just hiring staff members and working through that hiring process, which is a large part of our work, but there are other ways in which we support our team members through the HR lens. And so I thought I would share some of those with you. So one of the pieces that we do is we share information about district benefits, things like health care, supplemental insurance benefits, and other available resources. And the team members that I just referenced, these are the people who really help support that work. They share information with our new team members, as well as field any questions and help provide assistance to all of our current team members as well. We also provide employee assistance resources when there are times of crisis or difficulty for our team members, such as a mental health or a financial stress. We can provide resources available to our team members who might need access to these. And so this is an area that continues to grow, not only for LPS, but for many organizations as well, in which we are needing to really look to see how we can expand, if needed, the mental health resources and financial resources available to team members, because we understand, and I believe that it is clearly captured with LPS, that they really take the approach of the employee as a whole, that we want to make sure we are supporting employees as a whole, which includes supporting their mental health, finance, health care, and all of those benefits that help support our staff members. We also share information about health and wellness initiatives and resources, and that is primarily done through the work of Ms. Rebecca Fisher, who I introduced earlier. We do offer several health and wellness initiatives to our staff members that range from access to our local gyms within the district all the way to online support for healthy initiatives. We also provide guidance and support related to workers' compensation. And we have many staff members who unfortunately encounter difficult times with family or individual medical needs, and so they need to access some leave. So we help work through that as well. And in engaging as well as short and long-term disability support when needed. And then when and if staff members are able to return to work and need some accommodations to help him or her support themselves in their job, we can help work through that process as well so that they are able to come back and be successful in their employment. We also assist administrators and directors with personnel matters, and so there, of course, as any business and organization, there are times in which personnel matters come to the forefront of what we're doing, and we need to work through those. And so we are here to support those team members, administrators, and directors to help work through those processes so that we can have the best outcome possible. We also, of course, maintain all of our staff contracts and employment and personnel documents. One of our biggest questions that we ask a little bit in jest and with fun is, did you document that? And that is a key piece to human resources and making sure that we have all of those pieces of paper and documentation kept for the district so that we can best protect the district as well and our staff members. We engage in recruitment practices and hiring practices for all of our positions to make sure that we have adequate staffing. And if you are, aware of kind of hiring practices right now in our current world and community, you can easily garner that is a challenge for most businesses and organizations, that adequate staffing is difficult. And so we as a school district are not immune to that and really work to try to think creatively as to see how we can best recruit and employ good hiring practices so that we retain our staff members. And then one of the last pieces that we do to help support our LPS team members is to develop and share professional development resources and opportunities to really help support our staff members with their knowledge, their skills, and their confidence, so that our goal is to allow others to do the work. And we are here to support as needed. And so we want to, for the most part, kind of be the behind the scenes people who just help make processes and practices happen, and we are there to support however is needed. So just a few slides about some demographics regarding our current LPS employees. As you can see, the bulk of our staff are teachers, 979, but we also have 997 support staff members. And I think that is often overlooked when we think about, should I or am I able to work for a school district? As you can see, there is a large percentage of positions available that are not teaching positions. We have lots of opportunities for persons who don't have an education background, who are not necessarily interested in being a teacher, but that really want to receive the benefits that they can gain from working in a school system. And there are a tremendous amount of benefits available, such as, you get to be around kids every day. And so who doesn't love that? They can certainly make your day that maybe started out not so great turn around really quickly into a positive day. So just that great working environment that is created doing what we do every day. But we have positions such as bus drivers, custodial staff members, nutrition services, paraprofessionals, administrative assistants, all the team, all 997 that make and support the work that our teachers and educational staff do. So when we think about what our priorities are and we start looking forward, into the future for LPS and human resources, we've identified some priorities for our team. And the first would be communication. We want to make sure that one of the centerpieces of what we do is making sure that we utilize good communication strategies, so that we are clearly communicating information to others as needed, and so that they can form and make decisions to the best of their abilities. We also, of course, work on hiring. Thinking forward, that is going to continue to be a topic of concern for our team as well as other organizations. We want to make sure that we're streamlining our practices so that we're recruiting, hiring, and retaining a high-quality team. Compliance is always something that filters in and impacts all of the decisions that we do. There are many laws and regulations that support our work and guide our work, and it is a critical component of what we do in our human resources team to make sure that we are following all of those laws and regulations regarding employment, and that we are upholding and honoring the intent of those as well. We want to create a first-class employee relations experience, and that begins from the moment that someone thinks about joining the LPS team to the time when they are onboarded and are part of our LPS community. And that is an area we will continue to strive and focus on, because we can always get better at that. We continue to think about benefits and how we can provide competitive benefits, salary and wellness initiatives for our staff. We want to make sure that we're competitive not only with surrounding school districts, but other organizations and businesses as well, because we want LPS to be thought of as an employer of choice, that this is a place that people want to work and think first that this is someplace that they want to work. And lastly, but most important, is teamwork and creating an effective team that really prioritizes that sense of belonging for all of our staff members. And that is a key to our retention, and making sure that our practices reflect that what we do each day reflects that, so that when we hire those great quality candidates, they stay in our organization and they decide that LPS is where they want to be for the longevity of their career. So we're hiring. I think I alluded to that, but here it is. So this year, in 2023, we hired 472 new employees. And again, that is not just teachers, that really crosses all job paths. And so there are plenty of opportunities if you have ever thought about, or maybe this presentation has piqued your interest in working for the school district, that there are always opportunities available, and we would love to talk to you about those opportunities. Since January of 2024, we've already hired 56 people. So again, that just really shares the fact that we have lots of openings, that we continue to have openings, because we have many students with diverse needs, and it includes a whole team that makes sure that we support all of our kids. So if you've ever thought about a career at LPS, or perhaps are thinking about that now, here are a few of the reasons maybe you should consider it. We've got great benefits, we have flexible scheduling, and we have a first-rate working environment. So onto the screen on the right, you will see that we are in need of bus drivers and monitors. This is a position we're just really highlighting, that is such a rewarding job. But also a challenging job. But I think that, and I hear from our team, that the value that they see in their work is evident on a daily basis. And so knowing that if you want to be a bus driver, a transportation team member, you can come to work and immediately be a part of a team that makes a lasting, immediate impact with students. And so if that is interesting to you, we would love to talk with you more about that. So as I just kind of wrap up, I want to just share one more quote and then a bit more information. So Jim Collins, who is a favorite author that you may know of, stated that great vision without great people is irrelevant. and that really captures who we are at LPS, and specifically in our Human Resources Department, that we are a people-first centered organization, and we very much value that. So if you want to just explore more opportunities for Liberty Public Schools careers, we have a Facebook and Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter, now known as X accounts. So like us, follow us, and share those posts with others. And then I will just open it up to any questions if we have any, Dallas.
Yeah, great job with the presentation. Great job to teammates for their introductions to open this. Just wanted to pass along, we did have a question from Ms. Hayter, and it was a question around just asking for a link for job opportunities. So we were able to drop that in the comments section, so it should be there for her. And that was the only question or comment that we had. But again, I think, as we always encourage, if anyone has any additional questions, feel free to drop those in the comments section even after this meeting's over, and we'll get them an answer.
Yes, and we are so excited and thankful to Ms. Hayter for just acknowledging that and sharing that question with us, and we look forward to speaking with her and hopefully can find a perfect fit for her at LPS. So would love to talk to anybody else who maybe doesn't have a question right now or in the near future, but give us a call, reach out to us. We have multiple channels in which we can be connected to. We love talking about LPS and all the great things about it, and so that gives us an opportunity to share with others.
Awesome. So thanks again.
You're very welcome.